Sandro Tonali is in desperate need of help. He's been going through some very hard times, and this can relate to other footballers with a certain addiction. And there's this whole big scandal going over in Italy about this, which he's been brought into question about, and the developments over the past few days has led to his problem, which is absolutely sad, and this should never go on with anybody. Now, before we get started in this very serious discussion, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the notifications to be notified of the videos, because this is big news. And without further ado, let's get started. Last week, it was reported that Italian midfielders Sandro Tonali of Newcastle United and Nicolo Zaniolo of Aston Villa were questioned by Italian police over illegal betting. And whilst they were in the Italy national team camp, and after they were questioned, they were let go to their clubs, so they were sent home. And also another player who plays for Juventus, Nicolo Fagioli, was also questioned by police and has fully cooperated with the investigation. And he admitted to everything that was going on, with him also having a betting addiction, and confessed to everything and blamed that his addiction was a rumour that was started from Sandro Tonali. And since then, he has admitted to everything, and the Italian Federation has banned him for 7 months, meaning he's going to miss the rest of the season until probably the last game. So he will not be back until around the 20th of May, which is today's date, 20th of October, but you know what I mean, around that time. So his season's over, but hopefully this time he can get the help that he really needs to stop the addiction, get help, therapy, whatever, to not go down on that route, because this is a problem with other footballers. And we're going to go over to Sandro Tonali, his agent confirming that he has a betting addiction. And I'm going to talk about another player in a moment, but for this sole subject about Tonali having a betting addiction, apparently AC Milan knew about this, which Newcastle had no idea about. They were just looking for a midfielder. And allegedly, AC Milan sold Tonali because fearing he's going to get banned. And maybe the rumours was right now, because either he was forced out by the club for money, or was another suspicious reason, which he was forced out now because of this. And yeah, what I really think about the Tonali situation, I feel very bad for him. I hope he gets the help that he needs. And the amount of people that I think so supportive towards him, but they weren't against Ivan Toney. They were. Let's talk about Ivan Toney now. Ivan Toney had 260 betting offences that he admitted to and cooperated with the investigation, and in May he was banned for 8 months because of this, and a fine. And also, people were tainting him as a villain. Oh, he's bad, he's a disgrace. But then when it's Tonali, they have sympathy for him. You know what I mean? The reports, Ivan Toney stayed silent. I felt bad for Toney. I really did feel bad for him, comparing him to Tonali's situation. Both of them need help. Both of them need to stop their betting addictions for the better, for their sake. Because if you bet so much money and then you just lose it, it's all gone, and you fall into a state of depression. I'm going to talk about Tonali. Another alleged rumour from Tonali was that the only games he betted was to make AC Milan win. So this was back when he was playing for Milan. Only betted for AC Milan to win games, which, in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with it. Betting your own team to win as a footballer, who wouldn't? So that's just my opinion. You can bet on your team to win, but if you bet on other teams, then yeah, it's a bit of a problem. And this betting situation can go on like match fixing, all those dangerous stuff, which I don't think there's any match fixing with them two situations. And yeah, as I said, Tonali will hopefully need the help that he gets. But as a press conference was held for Newcastle for their upcoming game, Tonali will be featuring in the weekend's game. I don't know who they're playing, but he'll definitely be featured in, and we'll see that goes from there. Yeah, if they give Tonali a shorter ban than Ivan Toney, like a suspended ban, like what Harry Toffolo went through. As I said, we're going to talk about him. Harry had way more betting breaches than Ivan Toney. He got a 5-month suspended ban and a fine. The double standards of this is absolutely insane. One is tainted as a victim, while another is tainted as bad for the sport, he's a disgrace. It's just pure evil. And hypocrisy at its finest, because the same people go on about Sony. I've been sympathising with Tonali. I don't have anything against Sandro Tonali, but it can't work out like this. It really cannot work out like this. So, as I said, I hope Tonali gets the help. I hope they can learn from this and doesn't go back into the same paths that he was in Milan and get the help that he needs. I'm going to go to talk about another Italian named Nicolo Zaniolo of Aston Villa. He's also been brought up in the betting investigation, and the rumours are going around in Italy that he had no involvement, and the rumour is he was only playing blackjack on a legal site that he didn't know that was illegal. I mean, it's nothing. If it's nothing to relate to football, then I can understand. But if he does have like an addiction, then I hope he also gets the help that he needs, because he can't throw all that money away and be in debt. Because people with 9-to-5 jobs, some of them do have that feeling, and it's horrible. It's not from experience, but I could just tell that it's just a horrible psychological feelings to go through. It really is. And yeah, he's also going to be playing against West Ham on the weekend. So, and being honest, there's nothing much said about Zaniolo in the media, no reports. So we'll see what the latest developments go on, because this is not the end of the story. And I think he'll be let off. I think if he's not found to do any football betting, then he can be let off. But if he does have an addiction to like wagering money, then I hope he also gets the help that he needs. And I know there was we're also going to talk about one more player in this. No, it's nothing to relate to this situation, but who's also couldn't move to Manchester City because of this. Lucas Paqueta. Now, Man City was putting like a £65 million bid at first, and then upped it to 80, which were both declined. And then Man City pulled out of the deal because allegedly Lucas Paqueta is being investigated for betting breaches. And since then, nothing has gone on about the betting breaches. We have no idea. I think case closed. I don't think they found anything to do with this think it was all made up. Not the betting, I mean, not the bids, but the betting. So I think that was all made up. And then he didn't get the big move to Man City. Come on, you lost Declan Rice this summer. You can't lose Paqueta in the same summer. So yeah, so I think looking back, it's a big regret not moving to Man City. But if you want to play in front of proper fans, then you can do it at West Ham, and you don't have to go through that big psychological, like not torment, but like the pressure. Pressure is what I'm gonna say. The pressure being at Man City, you have to do well in everything. And yeah, finally, Ivan Toney will be back in January. I think he's been done. I think he's learned from his mistake. Not mistake, but he's done with betting. I hope he is, because this addiction is horrible, and I hope he gets a big move to another side like Arsenal, not really Chelsea, but a big side in England. He can definitely make the move there, which he deserves, because he was in form last season. Had a great season last year, but I really do think that it will take time for Ivan to be back into full match sharpness. But he has been playing in friendlies behind closed doors, which I think you're allowed. He's allowed back in training. I think now he's allowed to play friendlies, which are not like competitive ones, like Premier League, Champions League, whatever. So you can play those games, but if you're playing like Premier League, Champions League, you're not allowed. And it's been a big blow. It's been a big blow for Brentford. They've not had a great start to the season, only winning once, crumbling to Man United in the last few minutes of the game 2 weeks ago. They needed to buy a striker, and they was too late in that. So they need to invest one in January. So that's where this is going to. Well, I'm going to leave it. A very serious topic, a very serious addiction, trouble, which I hope everyone who I've been talking about will get help and will move on from this, because this is very hard to process and also very hard, to not bet, but it's like get back to those old habits. So we hope none of those people get back to their old habits. So now I want to say thanks for watching this video. Like and share and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And I'm out, and I'll be back very soon.